on.
304. They're from the street of Rockefonda. Yeah,
Oh,
Mama.
Masa, Masa,
Yes.
Masa.
So,
Van
Harry,
Dijk.
let's be serious.
Alisson. Hey! End the
Yes.
list. The list is messed up. Bruno Fernandes.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. So today we are doing something different. Today each of us were tasked with ranking our top 10 players for this season, and some names didn't make the list. So for example, I don't have Haaland in my list. I don't have Courtois in my list. Thought about including Haaland, but I feel like he always starts the season well and getting to the mid part of the season those also I didn't have in my list. Clarence was supposed to join, but he couldn't, and he didn't also have Harry Kane in his list, which was more surprising because Harry Kane has been one of the best strikers this season, but I didn't have in his list. I'm sure his list is just full of Barcelona players. I'll try and get it so that we can add it at the end of the video. Then Ferdinand also said he didn't have Vinicius in his list and also Haaland in his list. So yeah, before I click away from the video wondering what these morons are talking about and why they don't have certain players in their list, we'll explain our decisions as to why we don't have certain players and also the why we chose certain players, because we didn't just this based on the number of goals they score, but also the impact in their team and how their team misses them when they're not around. So yeah, let's get straight into it. I'm Seth and he's Ferdinand. So Ferdinand, let's start with your number 10. Who do you have for number 10?
I don't want to spoil your list for you, but for my number 10, it was between two players. It was either
Okay.
Pedri or Valverde. And in the end,
Okay.
I went with drumroll Valverde. So Pedri does not make my list.
Okay, no problem. I'm not surprised. So why did you pick Valverde as number 10? I'm sure it's mostly because of the hat trick he scored against Man City, but you explain why you chose Valverde as
I
your
mean,
number 10.
it played it. Maybe it was recency bias that made influence my final decision. But like I went back and I checked that Valverde has played in more games for Real Madrid this season, even though they've not been their best. I feel like he's always a consistent player in their team. Like he's also versatile. Wherever the manager needs him, he plays there. He has played right back, central midfield, defensive midfield. I feel like he's one of the most, in fact, right winger too, one of the most versatile players. He has come through for Real Madrid in a lot of difficult times. And without a player like Valverde in the Real Madrid team, I don't know where they would be, because think of the positions he has played. If they didn't have a player like him, they would really struggle.
Yeah, I understand all what you're saying, but honestly, I feel like up until this month, nobody was really talking about Valverde, if I'll be honest. It feels like this month they have found his shooting boots on. He even scored recently against England too. For this past month. He has been one of the best performing players. But if we're talking about the whole season, I don't think he has been one of the top 10 performing players this season. I'm not even sure
Yeah,
even top
yeah.
20 made the list.
But see, you say that though, but like for Real Madrid, you don't know where Real Madrid would be without him. Especially, I'm
I would,
I'm like
I,
putting a lot of emphasis
I
on the
would,
versatility. That's why.
I would, I would rather take Courtois because I feel like without Courtois, Real Madrid will be sitting 16th in La Liga because and they don't even be in the quarterfinals of the Champions League because the crucial saves he makes even against Manchester City. So yeah, I'll put Courtois way ahead of some, but that's your list. So okay, now my number 10, I went with Joan Garcia, and I feel like if let me explain. This one is
Okay,
not personal
okay,
bias. Let me explain.
okay,
Without Joan Garcia, one I came with start too. He has played 36
okay.
games for Barcelona. He has 15 clean sheets. He's the keeper with the most clean sheets in the Liga with 12. He has conceded 16 goals. He has the highest save percentage with over 70 plus. Without him, Barcelona's defense is very shaky because Chesney is not a keeper who run out of the post to come and clear the ball the way he does. Also, when it comes to 1v1 saves, he's very good at it. He makes a lot of he makes a lot of he makes a lot of runs. He makes a lot of runs. Then that helps Barcelona in defense because sometimes because of the high line Barcelona plays, they have to the defenders are way up, and sometimes when a ball is played over the top, he helps in clearing it. So He really helps Barcelona in other aspects, and it shows that anytime when he more often and when he plays, he makes a lot of crucial saves. Even though sometimes they may be caught offside, so they don't end up making the highlight reel. But Juan Garcia has been one of the best goalkeepers in Europe for over the past 2 seasons, and honestly, I feel like we all know he should be starting for the Spanish national team, but because Unai Simon has been loyal to De La Fuente, he will keep him there. But that's a story for another time. So yeah, that's my number 10.
Now, okay. So what makes is he first of all, is he the only goalkeeper in your list?
Yeah, he's very good man.
And now, what makes you pick him over someone like Portoa and Donnarumma?
I thought about picking Donnarumma, but then Donnarumma was still in goal. Man City crashed out of the Champions League, and Donnarumma he has been excellent for Man City, but it has not helped. I don't know. He has how do I put it? His brilliance for Man City has still not prevented him from being consistent. I don't know if you get what I mean. They have been out of hour. I'll take more in putting more Courtois than Donnarumma because Donnarumma has been big for Real Madrid in so many matches. Donnarumma he has not been. He has had some good matches, but it's not like to the level of that. And Joan Garcia's importance can't be overstated. I feel like Man City will still be fine if they had James Trafford in goal than for Barcelona. But when Barcelona don't have Joan Garcia in goal, the drop is very noticeable. But I feel like even though Donnarumma is a good group, I feel like if Man City had James Trafford, they'll still be fine.
Nah, because okay, let's not dwell too much on Donnarumma. But at the beginning of the season, remember how Trafford was in goal for Man City. I think at that point,
Trafford played only three
still
games. He only
yeah,
played
but
only 3 games.
yeah, he still made a lot of crucial like mistakes that led to goals.
I feel
And I
part
feel
of
like
I think part of I think part of the reason I made those mistakes because they signed him because Man City signed him and the news that they were signed Donnarumma, so it felt like it affected his confidence. That's why I think he was making those mistakes. I don't think James Trafford is a bad keeper.
okay. I mean, I don't watch Barcelona as much as you, but I'll still say it's a biased opinion. Let's move on.
Okay. Okay. So who is your number 9?
My number nine. This I mean, I don't think it should be contentious. My number nine is Semenyo, and
Okay, now
maybe
this one you go to okay, explain why. Me, I
is
thought I'll
it
put him on honorable mentions, but I thought I'll put him on honorable mention,
okay?
but to include him in the top 10 there, nah. But okay, so
Yes,
why is he in your
okay.
top 10?
Let me defend my point.
Okay.
Semenyo has been one of the best players in, if in fact, one of the best players in the Premier League this season. Like, if not, he's probably top three best players in the Premier League this season. From before he transferred to Man City, his time at Bournemouth, he was Bournemouth's like out and out goal scorer. He was leading the team in like goal scoring. Even I don't know about chances created, but like he was very essential for Bournemouth. And moving from Bournemouth to Man City, you think the quality of the team, you need some bedding in time for him to settle. But his first game, he already delivered a goal and assist, even though it was against a very low opponent. From that moment on, he carried on. And the times where Haaland has not been scoring, Semenyo has stepped up for Manchester City. Even if like uh, Manchester City, like they needed him to come into that team because they what's his name Doku. They missed Doku at that point. Cheki was on and off. He was injured sometimes, and sometimes he performs. But if there's one consistent player for Manchester City from January up till now, it has been Semenyo. And even before that time, he was delivering for Bournemouth. And I will not hear anything like different for Semenyo. He has been top three players in
I
the
don't
Premier League
I
this
don't
season.
disagree with your points, but I feel
Top
like
four, top four.
because honestly, when you sell for Man City, people are talking about him going to flop and stuff. So yeah, okay, I wouldn't put him top 10. If they were like top 20, I'll put him inside top 20.
Top
But I understand
20.
you because he has actually adapted well. He has hit the ground running for Man City and he has already won his first trophy there. He has played a cure in Man City because many people thought he was just going to sit on the bench and he wouldn't play like
Yeah.
the way when Man City signed Omar Mamouche. But yeah, so I will not really necessarily disagree with it, but he's not in my list. That for
Yeah,
sure,
but
he's not in
like
my list.
I feel like you are ignoring the his time as Bournemouth. He was
I'm
he
not
was at like
like
9
he's
goals
one of
before he signed for
Bournemouth's best
Manchester United.
players. Yeah,
Yeah, he
he's
was
one of Bournemouth's
quite
best players. There. So, and his last match before he left, he also scored a goal against
yeah.
Tottenham. So yeah,
And let's not
How-
forget the first game of the season against Liverpool.
Liverpool.
All
Yeah,
that happened with him and uh,
when
coming back to score 2 goals, bro. Yeah, one of the best
okay,
players this season.
okay, okay. So for me, my number 9 is Bruno Fernandes.
Hey, end the
Yes,
list. The list is messed up. Bruno Fernandes 9. Nah,
yes,
you're joking. You're
this Bruno
joking.
Fernandes
I was
9.
contemplating first, second. You are he's saying 9. You
First, second.
make it.
Come on, let's be serious. Just because your
Hey,
team, yeah, nah, let's be serious. How can you be ahead
hey,
of you? Bruno Fernandes is my number 9, and Bruno Fernandes here, he has been a good player, consistent player for Man United. He has created about 24 chances. He scored 8 goals, provided 17 assists. And for a team that up until Michael Carrick came, they were rotting in mid-table. Yeah, that's impressive. He's the top chance creator for Man United, and you can see that everything goes through him. So yeah, I feel like without Bruno Fernandes, Manchester United wouldn't be where they are because everything good comes through him, whether from the attacking sense. So yeah, that's why for me his goals are number 9. But the other players ahead of him that have greater impact for their teams, and plus, even though with his brilliance and stuff, they are not it's not like they are competing for titles. The best they can finish is probably third. Let's bro, they're not getting second. So for me, that also affects him a bit. But if you're talking about consistent, he has been consistent. He has been. I think he only got injured during the week before the AFCON and stuff. Other than that, he has been consistent. Even when Amorim was trying to play him deeper as an 8, he was still been consistent. And so yeah, and now that he has been moved forward, you see him attacking brilliance more. So yeah, and there are talks about him maybe potentially breaking Henry's 20 assists. So for me, I think due to the fact that United got out of most competitions by January, yeah, for me, caps him at 9 for me. Caps him at 9
wait,
for me.
mention your number 8. Make us see whether that player better pass Bruno.
No, yeah,
9.
you,
Nah,
yeah, 9. Give me your number 8.
nah. I
Give me,
will mention. Okay, my number 8. My
yeah.
number 8 is Declan Rice.
I don't even have yourself. Okay,
You
you
don't have
talk.
Rice in your list.
Nah,
Okay,
I like Gobe,
so
so I don't have to mess up with.
it's
Yeah,
Charlie. Okay,
or watch
let's
it.
say that they like
Okay,
Gobe.
yeah.
Why watch it? No be Rice. You go take come. Uh,
Nah, we dey focus on the King's content.
okay, now now you giving me the idea.
Okay,
If Arsenal is watching, Rice is the Declan Rice is the Rice in the watching. He's like 50% of what they've done this season. Declan Rice alongside Zubimendi, but I feel like I'd give more to Declan Rice. But like for a team that's competing in every single competition this season, he's been like one of their best players this season. Especially in the midfield because their forward, let's be honest, their forward line has been average
the
at best.
their four line is I feel like their four lines are Arteta's fault. Rather, I feel like if they are to unleash their attack, they will
Yeah,
be very good. I feel like at Arteta he is
yeah,
too afraid. I don't blame him. He keeps losing finals, so
yeah.
he gets PTSD. Hmm.
For a team that has been lackluster this season, if for a forward line that has been lackluster this season, they will need their midfield and their defense to be very strong, and very strong it has been. Declan Rice, especially at the beginning of the season, all the corners he has been delivering, the free kicks, his consistency in like his performance defensively, offensively, I feel like Declan Rice has been as one of Arsenal's best players this season, and he deserves to be recognized as one of the best players since their forward line has, I don't know, so they would need to rely on their midfield and their defense to overperform. And I feel like that's what they've been doing. And he's one of the reasons they've been doing that. So Declan Rice is my number 8.
Okay, for me, my number 8 is Dominic Szoboszlai.
So what's like
And
about Bruno? All the things you talk for, hey, no. All the things you talk for, eh, 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 who even defend this point? You make it go. Make it go.
okay,
You finish, I'll
okay,
counter all of them.
Okay. So for me,
Uh-huh.
Liverpool, as you can see, Liverpool have been trash. They have been very,
Uh-huh.
very bad this season.
Uh-huh.
And if you're talking about Dominic Soames, I feel like I think we can bring that might be around 15, 16 because he has played as a right back, as a midfielder, he's as a deep line midfielder, sometimes as an attacking midfielder, and he's like almost all chances right now in the team seem to be coming from him because their right backs don't really create like how they used to have it previously. When the season started, Kerkes was not settled in the team at all. Florian Wirtz was supposed to be the savior and the creative mastermind. He had a few good December, start of January, but then he has gone back. He has reverted to type. Let's not even talk about Alexander Isak. um, Eketike has been good for them, but recently feel like he has tailed off a bit. Salah, well, it's disappointing the way he looks right now, but at least he's going. So I feel like the whole team has been carried by Dominic Soboslai. You see that statue, that image of where the I don't know that's a Greek god who's carrying the whole world on his shoulders. That's
Yeah.
what Dominic Soboslai is basically doing for Liverpool at the moment. And because you can see the number of goals, he has 12. He has, I think, is it 12 goals and 8? No, 8. I think it's. Let me check the stats. I have it here. What's the actual number of goals? I think he has 12. Let me check the stats. He has 12 goals and 8 assists. That's 20 goals contributing in a Liverpool team which has been underperforming. They have had one of the worst title defenses ever. I think the only team that had it worse than them is the Jose Mourinho's 2015 Chelsea side and the Leicester City that won the league after. So yeah, he has been very key to them. And you can also he's the only player to have scored 5 direct free kick goals also in the league this season. So yeah, that's why Dominic Soboslai for me is higher than Bruno because I feel like Bruno Fernandes' impact is great. Bruno Fernandes' impact is great. But if you have to take the two of them right now, I feel like at least United have other players who are performing. Mention 5 Liverpool players that perform that you can mention 5 Liverpool players I think are perform that if you take Dominic Soboslai they can still manage. Mention 5.
Van Dijk.
Let's be
Alisson
serious.
when he's healthy. Alisson when
Let's
he's healthy.
how many times does Alisson get injured in the season?
When he's healthy. So let's
How
do
many
that.
times but he's not that thing is he's almost always injured. This season, I feel like this season
Ekitike.
he come yeah, okay, TK is one I agree. Van Dijk has been atrocious most of the season.
Oh, no,
Let's
no,
be
no, no. He has not been atrocious. He has been underwhelming, but he's not atrocious. Slightly.
okay, so
No. Bruno has
okay, Drake.
8 goals
Okay, no,
and
you mentioned
17
Drake.
assists.
You've mentioned
Bruno has
Drake.
8 goals and 17 assists in less games.
Okay,
Soboslai
you've
has played
mentioned
in more
Drake.
competitions. Come
You've
on, bro.
mentioned Drake. You've wait. That favors Bruno because he gets more time to rest.
How does that favor him?
He
Soboslai
gets
has
more
more
time to
opportunities to
one,
get more goals
one,
and assists.
one goal merchant, one game merchant account. So I
Oh,
said
no,
mention
no, no,
five
no.
players.
We can't
Mention
do
the
that.
5 players. You said three. I'm still
Ah,
waiting
Why,
for the
why
other.
does it have to be five? You just need one
No,
in the
no,
defense, one in the
no.
midfield, and one in the attack.
You see, you can't hit. I can
And
mention
now,
United players.
you don't need five
No,
because
I can
you
mention.
don't need
I can
five.
mention. Wait, I can mention United players that have been good. I can mention 5 United players that have been good for you. Should I?
No, no, no. That one is not relevant. That one is not relevant.
Oh, you
That
want
one
to,
is not
oh,
relevant.
let's move on. You don't want to accept the fact that
Nah, nah,
you want to
nah,
accept
nah.
that.
So was like never high past Bruno for this life. Ah,
Okay,
come on, bro.
that's your opinion. Okay, so let's move to number
All the
7.
things you mentioned for so was like you can give it to Bruno, and Bruno has done it in technically a worse team, a team with worse quality because Liverpool won the season, we won the league last season.
Yeah,
So with
but right
and
now,
plus the money they invested with the type of quality they brought, you said I
Liverpool,
should mention five. Yes,
the quality is not being expressed. So yeah,
Vet.
so right now
Okay,
Liverpool
I've
basically don't
mentioned
have a
four right now. I've mentioned
you
four.
said
Vet.
vet.
Yes, tell me Vet has
Fuck
not had.
vet.
Vet has
No,
started performing. Oh, Vet. Oh, no,
no,
no, no, no. Vet has
no,
started performing.
no. Yeah,
Oh,
well, he has stopped performing again. He has stopped performing.
oh,
He has
nah,
stopped performing.
nah.
Yeah,
Nah, but I
okay.
cannot
Let's
get
move
super
on.
slide over. You move on, but see,
Let's move on.
even next on my list is number 7, Dominic Soboslai. You see where he did? He's not close to Bruno. He's not
Okay,
close to
okay,
Bruno.
okay. So
You've said
I don't
everything
really.
for Soboslai, so there's no
Okay, yes.
really
So let's
much
move.
need for me to
Okay,
say anything else. He has carried
okay,
Liverpool this season. I
okay. So
mean, what's
me,
your number 7?
my number 7 is Firmino, Lopez.
Bruno.
Can I read
No,
Fermin stats to you? Wait, let me read Fermin stats
no.
to you. Fermin has
Wait, why won't you compare Bruno stats to Sobos? Like I can't read Fermin stats to me. You're using two different metrics for two different players.
let me read their all attacking
I know
midfielders.
Fermin stats.
Wait,
That one there.
Fermin has 12 goals, 16 assists. 12 goals, 16 assists. That's 28 goals.
Gonna get more
28 goals
assists
per
per some.
season. So, now by one. By one.
Uh-huh. In less
In
games.
fact,
In
no,
less
no, wait,
games.
wait,
In less
technically,
games.
technically, it's even 17 assists because yesterday they played and he gave an assist to Oyasabo, so it's even 17 assists,
Yesterday Bruno
12 goals.
didn't play. Yesterday
But
Bruno didn't play.
okay, let me stick to the system. Okay, 12 goals and 16 assists. That is it. 12 goals, 16 assists. He has been a key component for Barcelona in attack. He helps in the attacking game. It also he also scored a hat. It's part of 5 different Barcelona players to score a hat trick: Rafinha, Lewandowski, Lamine Yamal, and him and Rafinha. Wait, I've said Rafinha already. I'm missing somebody. And Fermin Lopez himself. So yeah, he has done what he has played his part of going attacking midfielder. And I feel like if it wasn't for his, if it wasn't like he's in a team with other people who take more of the headlines, he should be talked about more. Because tell me that 12 goals and 16 assists isn't something to be well talked about. He has been consistent for the season. He has been consistent throughout the season, and you can even see that the impact he has on the team with his long range scheme. Sometimes when the attackers are not are flying, he sometimes steps up with key goals. So yeah, for me, Fermin is my number 7. I think he has really stepped up this season, and he's continued to build up on the early promise he showed a few seasons ago. He has really started to become one of the best attacking midfielders in the world. If Florian Wirtz, for example, was given up this numbers, people would be hailing him as as one of the best players in the league and stuff. So yeah,
Because of consistency.
and yeah, he has shown it consistently. This is not Firmino Lopez last season. It was
I,
very
I
good.
know, I know, I know, but consistency and the level that he's performing at in if Vet was doing it, he'll get more plaudits than what's his name? Femin.
I
Because
mean,
Vet has done it in a significantly worse team in Leverkusen. And if he
wait,
carries on in
apparently West team went unbeaten and won the league. So
yes,
I don't know
so he's one of the reasons they won the league. So
yeah, I'm
that's
not
the reason.
disputing that. But the thing is, I'm saying that if Vets was to be doing that this
Yeah,
season,
and so that's what I'm saying. He'll be carrying on. So are you telling me if Vets was also performing at this point, like similar to Fermin Lopez, you'd still say Fermin is better than Vets?
no, that one I was saying no, because if you're talking
And
on
so,
technically
so
gifted,
obviously Vets should get more. And hey, you forget
if you're talking,
Vets. Let's talk about
okay,
Bruno Fernandes. I'll mention
you-
Bruno Fernandes until I tell you who I'm placing.
okay,
Bruno, you
let's continue. Let's continue
no,
to
no,
numbers.
no. Before we move on, you were
Okay,
saying something about Sobos. Like I should mention 5 players. Tell me, Barcelona does not have better players than Manchester United, and still Bruno Fernandes is delivering those numbers. He's
well,
at this level, same level
okay,
as Fermin.
no, let's
In
move
less
on.
games, less
Let's move on.
games.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
My
Let's move
number
on.
6
Okay,
is Gabriel Magalhaes. Gabriel, Arsenal's defender.
okay.
Gabriel
That one
it has
I
been the
hear it.
best. Yeah,
I hear it.
he
That
has
one I
been the
hear it.
best defender in the best defense in Europe this season. Even though Arsenal's defense has got a little bit shaky like recently, but throughout the season, especially at the beginning, not just his defense. The only way Arsenal score goals, the way Arsenal score most of their goals is set pieces, and Gabriel has been like the number one. I don't know. I don't even know how even gauge it.
He has
He's
been
like
at the scene of all the crimes, all the goals he scored. He
exactly.
got all the set
Exactly.
pieces.
He
It's
has been
always
the
there.
main threat for all their set pieces. So Gabriel is like he's probably Arsenal's best player this season. Let's be honest, because their defense is
Um,
their
I might say
their
David
defense.
Raya, but
I mean, but David Raya has the confidence to perform the way he does because of the quality of the defense ahead of him. You could say the same
okay, when
for
you put it
Gabriel,
like
but
that,
anyway.
so, okay.
But anyway, well, I personally feel like Gabriel has been one of the best because he contributes both defensively and offensively, and he's yeah, like I said, the best defender in the best defense this season. So
Okay.
that's why he's my number six.
Okay. So my number six is Pedri, and I think this one you even see it the way he Pedri's importance to Barcelona is cannot be clearly understated. When he plays,
Better than Bruno.
yeah, he helps link the attack. He helps link the defense in attack. He helps control the games. Because sometimes when I feel like when Barcelona when the game is too frantic and going and doesn't really favor them because everything comes hectic. The ball it's easy for the ball to move from the opponent's half into the half and you have more chance. But with Pedri, you have to slow the game down, control the team, especially when the team's under pressure. By slowing the game down and just destroy the momentum of the other team. It also with creating the opportunity for the defenders to rest and also the attackers to set in place and stuff. And even with doing that, he has still been able to chip in with 10 assists and 2 goals. Yeah, I know, and he also has a high passing accuracy of 90.8. I know people will say that, yeah, he needs to get more goals. He doesn't score a lot of goals, but he's playing as a deep line midfielder, so the chances to score goals have reduced. So, yeah, I feel like even if move beyond the stats, his overall impact on the team, I feel like Barcelona has four key players that if they are to miss in the team is dead. Pedri, Rafinha, Joan Garcia, and Lamine Yamal. If those four are not in the team, I think the team is in big trouble. So yeah, that's why
He's
Pedri
not
is my
around.
number six. Let's be serious. He's a good defender, but he has not been playing consistently enough for him to be at that level of importance to the team. So now, who is on number five?
Now, I feel like Pedri has to be lower because of the number of games he has played this season. Like, I will not understate his impact too. But like, let's be honest, especially at the beginning of the season, especially in that
Yeah,
Madrid, the first game they played, he was
that
almost
Madrid game,
invisible.
nobody was good. But that Madrid game, nobody was no Barcelona player was good inside
Yeah.
that game.
So I'm just saying we have to take into consideration he has played 33 games this season. That's not enough compared to Valverde's 48. That's why Valverde made it over Pedri for me anyway. But
Okay,
my number five,
okay, yeah.
make nobody can fight me for this thing. I see. Number five is Mbappé.
Okay. Mm.
Okay. Now I thought I'll get like bashed for this, but like maybe he's too low, he's too high. But Mbappe
Yeah,
has been like he has been very good for Real Madrid this season. But the only reason he's not in like my top three or anything is injuries. He has missed out in a lot of games. But in those games that he missed, I feel like he still have scored a lot of goals. But we can't be making decisions based on some things that have not happened. So that's why he's lower for me. Mbappe is like how many goals has he scored this season? He has like 30
38,
something goals or
38 goals.
38 goals this season.
Yeah,
He's I think UCL top scorer.
yeah,
Is he
30.
not?
Yeah, it is
13.
with
13
30.
goals.
Yeah.
But he's also lower because I know penalties are like part of the game, but come on. The number of penalties he has scored and the number of contentious penalties they are, that's why he's a little bit lower to me. So that's the only reason he's that low.
Okay.
But let's not take anything away from his performance this season. To score that
Okay.
number of goals is still like a big achievement.
Okay. So for me, my number five is Luis Diaz. I feel like when people thought Liverpool selling Luis Diaz to Bayern Munich was a smart business move because they're getting players like Isak and Florian Wirtz. But now seeing how Liverpool have struggled and how he's flourished in the Bundesliga, he has 22 goals and 15 assists. He has adapted to life in the Bundesliga with ease, and he keeps showing impact, especially the match that they played against PSG. I don't know if for that match, we saw one of the best of Luis Diaz. He played a key on two. He got sent off that match.
Red
The
card.
Bayern, yeah, until he got sent off for the red card. PSG could have lost like 6-0 that match. Now Bayern Munich completely wiped the floor with PSG. I feel like he has shown that he's a good player and that even though Liverpool is not getting like this type of numbers, he has shown that even though with his age, he's being 29, he's still delivering and stuff. You see that he has high take on. I think he has 84 successful take ons. He also presses, which is good for the way Bayern Munich plays. So yeah, I feel like honestly, Diaz has been one of the signings of the summer for this season too because he has been consistently delivering for Bayern Munich. People say that yeah, it's the Bundesliga. Bayern Munich were always going to win it and stuff, but he still has to do his part because there are still players who go to the Bundesliga and not perform. So yeah, that's why he's my number five. So who's your
Okay.
number four?
Now, as you had Luis Diaz in number five, I feel like you are missing someone, obviously, but you have someone that I don't have in my top. So I want to see who that player is. So you will get there. Now,
Okay,
number four is the great, the almighty, the
Bruno
never
Fernandes.
injured, always consistent, the best player in the world, the best player in the Champions League, even though he's not in the Champions League, the best player in the Premier League, the best everything. If he was a striker, he would be top scorer. If he was a defender, he would have 28 clean sheets by this time. If he was a goalkeeper, he would be super strikers goalkeeper. The number eight, Bruno Fernandes. It needs no explanation. I don't even understand how you managed to get him at nine. He's the Premier League player of the season, hands down. Or who would you say is nobody? So if he's the Premier League player of the season, doesn't mean you have no more Premier League players in your top four.
Yeah.
If he's the Premier League player of the season, the best league in the world, he should be at least top five, and he's
You
number
mean
four.
set piece league? Oh, but the Premier League is a dreadful league. This league.
Let will not. This is not the day for that argument, but that is my opinion. Premier League is the best league in the world. Let me give you stats
Okay.
for Bruno Fernandes. I'm sure you've already heard it, but it needs to be said yet again. Bruno Fernandes, he has played in 30 games this season. In those 30 games, he has scored 8 goals and 17 assists. For those who don't know maths, let me break it down for you. 8 plus 17 is what? 8 plus 17.
It's 25.
25 goals and assists in 30 games. 25 goals
Fermin
and
Lopez
assists.
has
Let's find the ratio.
Fermin Lopez has 28 GA. So what's up?
Yeah. How many games has Fermin Lopez played?
I
Okay,
can
let's find
let,
the let's find the
let me
ratio
let me
and we'll compare it.
okay. Let me get you
So
the start. The number of games Fermin
30,
Lopez.
so that means Bruno Fernandes, this must be, I don't know. Bruno Fernandes is
Fermin Lopez
averaging
has played 39 games.
1.39 games. Look at that, nine
Yeah.
games difference. And he only has three. So Bruno Fernandes is averaging 1.2 goals or assists per game. Charlie Mama's no be good. Bruno Fernandes is Bruno Fernandes is averaging more than Fermin Lopez this season. The ratio is moving to Bruno Fernandes' side. In the debate of
Why?
Ronaldo
Why you
goals and
want?
Messi,
You see your
people use,
explanation. Your explanation of the explanation. You don't want to confuse the viewers
oh, nah,
uh,
nah, 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 nah.
with,
If you
with
did,
the math
oh,
not mattering. You have
or
heard
you
you.
don't want me to speak Blair. I could speak English for the viewers to understand. There's no need for the accent though. But Bruno Fernandes goal and assist ratio, like the number of goals and assists you produce in a game is higher than what Fermin Lopez will produce in a game, what Dominic Soboslai will produce in a game, what Pedri will produce in a game, what
Pedri is
Valverde will produce
not
in a
taking
game.
into that.
Bring any player apart from Hurricane, he's the wizard. So,
So
bro,
let me tell you
Bruno
something.
Fernandes is
Bruno Fernandes has created 24 big chances. Fermin Lopez is behind him
uh,
with six. It's Fermin Lopez has 18. So you it's okay. Let's leave it there. Let's leave
you
it there.
you you are making my arguments for me. Thank you. And
Let's
Fermin
leave it there.
Lopez has played in more games. Let's put
Let's
that
leave it.
into
It's not
consideration.
his fault that it's not Fermin Lopez fault that your manager got people eliminated with Grimsby and co.
Bruno
That ain't our
Fernandes
problem.
didn't even start that game. So if Bruno Fernandes started that game,
That
Grimsby
ain't
would
my
be 10 goals.
problem, nigga.
Okay,
No.
okay. Bruno
I know
Fernandes is
your
the best
problem.
player in the world. If Portugal get to the finals of the World Cup, Bruno
Look up.
Fernandes has to win. He has to win Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, that ain't happening. No, Portugal are getting limited at the round
Come
of
on.
16 anyway. So
I'm telling
let's
you,
move on.
Bruno Fernandes is the
So
Ballon d'Or contender even now. He's like number two or one of them. Even though he's number four on my list, doesn't make sense what I've said. Let's move on. Let's move on.
so My number four is Michael Olise.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like Olise he has also adapted life in the Bundesliga, and this season he has picked it up a notch. He has over 20 goals and he has 23. He has 16 goals and 23 assists in this season. He has been consistent for Bayern Munich, consistently deadly, creating a lot of chances. He has created 33 big chances for Bayern Munich. He's feeding Harry Kane to a lot of goals. He has been ever present in the team. Yeah, I think Michael Olise, nobody can really argue that has been one of the best players in the league this season. So yeah, now let's move to the top three.
My number three is Michael Olise. And the reason why I have him and not Luis Diaz in my list is I don't know. I feel like Michael Olise his is more impact than performance. I feel like not to downplay what Luis Diaz has done, but like I don't even know why I'd prefer uh, uh Michael. Okay, let me say like this: Luis Diaz, he's more high risk, high reward. But Michael Olise, he combines that aspect of his game, but like it's more calculated. He loses the ball less. He's much better in possession, and like for, overall, he's a much better team player than Luis Diaz. Even though Luis Diaz will give you moments, like if you are struggling against a difficult team, I feel like Michael Olise can do that while also maintaining possession and like being consistent in the team. Like that's
Okay,
why I had him over Luis Diaz, someone like Luis Diaz.
okay,
Uh, and the stats speak for themselves. Yeah.
okay. So my number three is Kylian Mbappe. I have Mbappe in my number three because I feel like without him, especially at the start of the season when Vinicius didn't know what the football was, when he was acting like he was scared of the football, the goal post and all that. Mbappe was anchoring the team every day, every match. You go Mbappe go. Even though most of the penalties and some of them it felt like even when the wind blows, he falls down with it. They would take like that. Yeah, he still had to make that captain for him to get a penalty. So yeah, and he's also the Champions League top goal scorer, like earlier said. He has consistently shown that even if he doesn't play well, he can still come up with the goals. And he has been Real Madrid, I won't say best player, but he has been Real Madrid most consistent attacker. Let me put it that way. Even when others were struggling, he has stepped up and has carried the team on, he has played the team on his back and has carried it and has done well. So yeah, that's why he's my number three. He has scored 38 39 goals if you want to include the goal against France. But for if you're talking solely club, he has scored 38 goals and provided I think 5 assists. Yeah, 38 goals and 5 assists. So I think you can argue he's one of the best players in the world. Yeah. So
Okay.
now who's your number two?
I feel like we have the same top two, so it's not even much of a surprise or
Okay.
anything. Because
Okay.
all the players you mentioned is quite obvious. My number two
Okay.
is Lamine Yamal.
Okay.
Is he your number two?
Of course not.
Hey,
Of course not. He
said
can.
you
Yeah.
kill me. Said no way.
Yeah. Of course
Lamine
not.
Yamal is. Hey, said
Of course not.
Vim. Nah,
Yeah.
nah, nah. You okay? We already know who
Okay.
your
Okay. So
number
let's
two is.
mention.
Then
So mention your one two, and I'll mention when you finish. I'll mention my two
my
and one.
number one is obviously Harry Kane.
Okay. So my number two is Harry. My number two is Harry Kane, and my number one is the one and only
You know the visa. You
Lamine
know the
Yamal.
visa.
Yeah.
You know the visa.
Yeah.
Come on.
304. They're from the street of Rockefonda. Yeah, that's my number
Oh,
one.
massa, massa,
He has
massa.
so Hurricane. Yeah, Hurricane has scored 48 goals and provided. He has provided over. I think he also has 5 assists this season. 48 goals. Yeah, 48 goals and 5 assists this season. Which
It,
for a
it's
striker,
not reach,
yeah, is that
hasn't he reached 50 goals this season?
no?
He has 51 goals in all competitions. Oh.
Okay, if you're
Okay,
including
okay. What I'm looking from
international
there,
tournament.
including the Club World Cup. So, okay, let's scrap that one.
Yeah. Okay, no,
Yeah.
he has 47 goals and 5 assists. No, it's even 48 because last week he scored again in their match in their win. So 48 goals and 5 assists. He has constantly showed that he's one of the best finishers in the world, and I think he might end up in the Golden Boot Golden Boot, European Golden Boot race. That's what you expect a striker to do. He also even drops deep sometimes in the midfield to help link up play. He's an all-round striker, and I feel like if he needs a club where to level up his aura, Barcelona is available for him. He can always come there. So yeah, that is my
So
number two.
we don't even let's argue why
Okay,
Yamal is
okay.
your number one
One.
compared to Hurricane.
Hurricane. I feel like Lamine Yamal's impact on Barcelona cannot be stated enough. Because one, most of if sometimes if for Barcelona play, I don't know if for Barcelona versus Club Brugge, if for that match where the match was 3-3, at some point like all the players did not then just give the ball to Lamine Yamal. Let Lamine
I
Yamal
watched
drag
that
the
game.
team basically so like for like the team the message anti-play game to halftime was give the ball to Lamine Yamal. Just give the ball team, just give the ball team, basically let him dribble to the team, create chance.
It's good you
Sometimes feel like
mentioned that game
yeah,
because that game Barca should have lost. Barca cheated their way. You know the chance. You know what I'm talking about.
I
Where they
don't remember.
fouled the goalkeeper. No, where the goalkeeper fouled the Club Brugge striker. Oh no, I don't
I don't
know.
remember.
There was a
You
foul.
know,
Club Brugge scored, and the ref decided not to give. I'll show a picture of that game. What
okay,
happened?
no, okay, no problem. I don't remember that thing happened. I remember Lamine Yamal was running the show, and you could see his impact in the team, like the way the team was being trusted with the creativity of the team at such a young age. I feel like there are matches where sometimes when you're watching, I feel like if the teams lack creative ideas, they just end up giving the ball to him to create something out of nothing, and he has really stepped up in taking responsibility. He started the season slowly with when there was whole noise about injuries, the growing injury, then people talking about his girlfriend. I don't know why somebody's 18 years, people focus on his girlfriend. So like they have never had a girlfriend before. It's weird, but it is what it is. Then, but now he has picked up from. You can see he's solely focused on football, and yeah, and that's why for me he's one of the best players. He has 21 goals and 15 assists. Yeah, Hurricane has more goals than him. But I feel like if I take Hurricane out of Bayern Munich are still going to create another front and score goals. Nicolas Jackson can still substitute him and score goals. Just look at the match against Atalanta.
As they talk
Nicolas
right, you know the
Jackson,
chance. They talk.
Nicolas, Nicolas Jackson will do something for the boys. So yeah, that's why I have Lamine Yamal over Hurricane. Yeah. So now argue your points.
Nah. Ah, Yamal is number two. He has been very good this season, but Hurricane is a level above Lamine Yamal. It's scoring
Well, we
40.
are not comparing them because they do different things. Hurricane's main job is to score goals. Lamine Yamal is to his own is to create chances while also scoring goals.
But okay, so if that's the case, we will combine both their goal and assist. We'll combine Yamal's own and combine
Hurricane's own will be more than Lamine Yamal's own. Yeah, that one is obvious.
So that's all. And let's not forget, Yamal was in the team when you guys were struggling, and it was Rafinha that more times came into the team to bail you guys out because a lot of would you
That was
argue
when he
that
was going through. That was when he was going through that growing issue, that whole growing issue and stuff.
yeah, so even though it's not his fault, it still takes away from his level and his
That's what I said
consistency,
at the beginning of the season.
availability
At the beginning of the
throughout
season,
the
he was not starting well, but then he picked up, and since he picked up from, you can see that he has been playing the best player in the world.
so the difference is that Kane has never had that dip. He has always been there for Bayern Munich in the Champions
He
League. He
got
has 10
injured,
goals in the Champions League.
but he got injured. Okay, it was just some slight ankle injury
Yeah,
also, but
so
still,
that was the time he was not on the. By the time he was on the pitch, because Yama also has missed a few games this season. The time
yeah,
that
he has.
Harry Kane was on the pitch, his performance, his contribution, it can't be understated. Because he had 31 goals in the Bundesliga already. He has broken Lewandowski's record
No, he has
or
not broken
something
it.
like that.
He has not broken it.
Like goal ratio.
He needs 11 more goals. He needs 11 more goals.
Hey, Lewandowski, why he be practicing they do for them before? Hey,
Yeah, he needs 11 more goals to break that record.
but anyway, but still,
Lewandowski was a good striker. Lewandowski was a very good striker.
Hurricane, Harry Kane has been the best player in the world this season. And like even in some games, there was this highlight reel of him sliding and tracking back for uh, like for a striker. That's something odd to see. And
I don't know play that is he helps his
scoring
team
and
in defensive and sometimes even in the midfield, sometimes coming in deep and
it,
spraying in passes. But yeah, I just okay, you less that's for me. That's for me. Just think
you
Lamine
okay.
Yamal.
So this is what we'll do. We'll make a pool of who has been the best player this season. I know we'll say Barcelona then get too many fans, then go make Lamine Yamal win that pool. But see, we'll just do it regardless of
Okay,
who the best player,
okay,
since we both have the same top two, so now to be
okay,
easier to make a
okay.
poll of it.
So then let us know what you think about the video. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll try and get Clarence's list at the end of the video to try and add it and see if the players he had on his list as well. So yeah,
And let us
thanks for watching.
let us also know why Bruno Fernandes should have been in the top five, because we
Nope,
all agree. I don't know where Seth is getting his list from.
nope. We don't agree. We don't agree. We don't agree. So yeah.